Hi, I'm Haley Blais, and you're watching the Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press. Today I'm happy to be joined by Haley Blais. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. We should start off by talking about grade 2 talent show, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Do you have any memories or recollections of this performance, which was essentially your start in music?
That's crazy that you just asked me that. My friend, who I did the duet with, sent me the home video of that performance 3 days ago.
Oh,
And I
really?
started crying because I look so cute.
I'm sure that's what your
Yeah.
parents thought too. But like thinking about that in grade 2, you started in classical music before honing
Yeah.
in on your current sound, I think in your late teens. So, why the shift in genre?
There's a lot more freedom. With classical music, I like structure as a Virgo, but there wasn't a lot of like creative outlets. There's a lot of rules you have to follow. You have to learn German and Italian, and that's fun, but it didn't give me a lot of expression. And I had so much pent up angst that I was like, let's sing on the ukulele instead.
You're
Why not?
like, I can't throw that into classical music, not very
Oh,
well at least.
I don't
I
think Mozart wrote any arias on the ukulele, so
I mean, so you said your friend sent you the video, your duet partner,
yeah.
any chance this ends up in one of your vlogs in the near future?
Ooh, yeah, I should probably save it. I forgot. That's crazy. That was the performance that started me singing. My parents were like, she sounds good. And when I'm watching it, so much shaky uncertainty in that video. It's so funny.
But hey, it's a memory that helped you get to where you are now. You recently released your new single, Too Good on Tiny Kingdom. It was produced by Elena and Patrick of Tennis. What was
Mm.
it like working with them?
Really cool. It was my first experience at having like an outside perspective, producer, co-collaborator. I was really surprised that they chose that song. I just sent them a bunch of demos and they saw potential in that one. I'm really glad because it turned out to be this cool pop Kate Bush anthem, and yeah, it's sick.
And one of my favorite lyrics from that track was I think it's healthy to suspend belief and just pretend, which plays perfectly into the narrative of the video, which you co directed. Tell me a bit about the concept and how it was brought to life.
Yeah, I've never actually put that two together that it does kind of work visually with the lyrics, but to me it was of a visual representation of Small Foreign Faction, which is a song that I released a couple of years ago that never had its moment in a video. And so I just took those two ideas, and to me, they didn't really have anything to do with Too Good, but I like making that connection that you just said. But yeah, it was just a little vision, a dream I had to make something of Small Foreign Faction, like kind of close the chapter on that.
Yeah, and in the video, there were so many great moments between the Froster, Circle K, Rio Theater, the beach, even the little small foreign faction bit at the end there. So for you, which was your favorite scene to film? And I know you might say the end, but if like just as a package, like it just must have been a fun day.
Yeah, probably the movie theater because everyone was there. Oh, there's someone. Sorry if it's loud. There's someone.
It's okay.
There's landscaping. Um,
Hey, they gotta do what they gotta do.
I
The
do.
one day a week maybe
Yeah,
during your interview.
it smells good. I love the smell of grass. Anyway, probably the movie theater. It was a lot of people and friends. We got to like throw popcorn and make a mess and be hyper. The beach was fun, but it was freezing cold. I'm surprised I didn't die.
You're out there in your nice dress, like twirling around, just
Yeah,
trying to
it
get
looked like I was
warmer.
just having the time of my life, and I was like, when we finished the scene, I was like, so cold.
You
Ugh.
did get to keep a memento from that in some of your vlogs. You can see your missing pageant queen poster framed in your place, so
Yeah,
that must be nice to look at.
yeah, it's a little creepy.
Just a little. You're like, I look like that. So how long did it take to kind of get that whole dress on? All your like that hair was
Not that
pretty.
long. Actually, I guess doing my hair but took a while, and I now I don't have it. I chopped it off, but yeah, it wasn't that long. Those pictures also we Facetuned which was really fun. I got to see what I look like super hot and with a nose job.
Something to keep,
Something to keep in mind.
So your debut record, Below the Salt, is out this August. It's been years in the making. What can listeners expect?
Lots of songs, 9 songs. I think that they're a lot more mature and well-rounded. They sound like people. They are kind of entities in themselves. There's a lot of hard work that went into them. A lot of people I have to credit, like give credit where credit's due. It took a village. It wasn't just me. And I don't know, I'm just excited to see if people like it. I hope they do.
And it will be the first album release for Tiny Kingdom, which is
Yeah.
also special. You've talked about Megan and Savannah being with you through this journey. So to be their first release, kind of first artist on their label must be something nice for you as well.
Yeah, it's very special. They're really talented, and I'm glad it feels really nice and intimate, and it feels like I'm a part of something that's gonna grow into something bigger.
Awesome. And you had a tour, a North American tour lined up with Peach Pit being rescheduled for this fall. But how did this all come together? Is touring together something that you've always talked about?
Kind of offhandedly, yeah. I'm friends with the guys, and I think they just put the good word in, and they're kind of rooting for me, which is great, being a smaller local artist and going with this bigger band. And yeah, they kind of put their confidence in me, and it worked.
Just have to wait a little longer for that
Yeah,
tour, but just a little longer. But I think you have a lot of fun on the road. Aside from the tunes, there's a great YouTube content that would come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do some videos as well, and then you of course do your videos. So.
Yeah, I'm unwillingly filming everything.
So aside from your solo work, you're also one quarter of Babe Corner. Killer EP is out now. Being in a group with Lindsay, Alice, and Jess, what's it like making music together?
I mean, it's cool being not the front runner of a project, and I can kind of just like slap the bass in the background while Lindsay is like the one writing all the songs, and she's an amazing songwriter. So it's really fun being surrounded by so many people who are part of different projects and seeing how we just like create this little super group.
And not many people can say they are in an all-female rock band. Have you been, doing impromptu jam sessions virtually?
We have something on our Instagram. We did like a live session of a new demo that Lindsay's working on. I think we want to do more of that when we can, but I mean, I guess it's not hard to get together. Everyone's always going to be home, but
it's funny because while you say that, I think well, they're like, oh, it's easy, but people are busy, just keeping up to date with friends and family and stuff. So I'm sure it's watching The Good Place, obviously up above here.
Yeah.
So you've been doing YouTube since April 2013. Did you ever imagine you would still be on YouTube 7 years later?
No, unfortunately, I'm still there.
But you've talked about it before, giving you, I think, like a whole new fan base. You can engage with people on a different level than your music. So being able to, talk to people, interact with them online on YouTube, which kind of transfers over to places like Twitter and Instagram. What has that meant to you?
Everything. I mean, I think that anyone who knows of my music and any of the content I make is from YouTube. Like that's just where it all spawned. And it's kind of just like blossomed into all these different outlets that I've like trampolined off of because of YouTube. So.
And you've also been to like VidCon and stuff like that. Wild times.
Those
are packed.
Sanitize my hands.
When will the next VidCon be? 2021, 2022?
Ooh, I'm truly sanitizing. That is a wild place.
Hey, that's good that you have sanitizer. Those things are hard to find now.
This is actually from VidCon.
Never needed it before, and now you're like, thank you, VidCon.
That's really funny.
So being so open to sharing parts of your life, on YouTube, on social media, does it scare you? Did it ever scare you?
I mean, I don't put enough existential thought into it for it to scare me. And then when I stop and people ask me questions like that, or if I stop to think about it, yeah, it's freaky. But I put it out of my mind. And
Did
I
you
try
think
not to share too much personal stuff. Like there's a lot of surface level, just like fun things that are nice to share with strangers.
Yeah, I think it does require like a certain amount of vulnerability just to even like
Yeah.
put your face out there. But like you mentioned, it is kind of surface level and you're making content that you enjoy and that others seem to really enjoy as well. Have you been working on, new content? I know you did post like a quarantine video, had a house party
Yep.
like a month ago. Have you been working on new stuff?
It's hard. I moved. I was at my place and now I'm at my partner's place. So I had to leave a lot behind and I didn't want to like lug all this camera gear, which is just like a small little camera. And so we haven't been doing much watching TV and I've kind of been chilling.
Sometimes it's nice to kind of like tune out and not focus on that whole content side and, take time to take care of yourself.
Hmm.
One last question for you, a signature question. If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
Very good question. I have recently become obsessed with strawberry ice cream, and I think it's my favorite flavor. And I think I would be strawberry ice cream because it's unsuspecting and an underdog.
That's a nice answer. I love that it kind of pulls your music and everything together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you so much, Haley, for taking the time to chat. Really appreciate it. Haley's debut record, Below the Salt, will be out this August. You can listen to Too Good out right now on Tiny Kingdom Music. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.